ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel. This is episode 2 of Bosnia, which, well, the Banate of Bosnia has not yet formed, but we know there are Bosnians here, as I am its ruler, and also we are a minority culture with an equally minority religion amongst the Bosnian populace. But, as far as, well, like, what do you mean by banning of Bosnia? I mean, I don't think I ever showed you this map on the previous episode. This is what Bosnia consists of. I have 4, but I needed, 4 more. Matter of fact, I think it's one of the biggest duchies in the game, is Bosnia. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 counties. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8 counties. Then I try to think, are there some even bigger duchies out there? Well, let me see, like Bulgaria, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm looking at the other ones that stood out to me, like... Okay, Bohemia is bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, it's the same size as Bosnia. Again, I'm just looking at the duchies and what stands out to me. In terms of how big I mean, I'm sure there's areas like there which is, well, it's the steppes. Not even India could, you know, have it that big. So it's a sizable duchy, in fact. And whereas down here in Zagłumia, also known as Zahumie, there's only, 3. Zahumia, Pagania, and Zavr. I don't think I ever pronounced that before. Zavrishye. Zavrishye. I'll figure it out for myself during my time off. Anyways, these 2 duchies that you just saw, 2 banates, if you will, those are the ones in order to create the Kingdom of Bosnia, which, hard to do. Independent, dynasty level of splendor to 4, which we'll obscure. You got to have both Bosnia and Zagłumia and control both of them. And the Bosnian culture has to be in the early medieval era, which we'll get there, but it's going to take a little while longer. So it says that the duchy tiles are required and currently 0, which, could have all this. In fact, why does it have to do this and this route? I don't know. I'll try not to think about it, alright? Because I would much prefer this goal, because, here in the well, I was about to say here in the Byzantine Empire, but, well, it's not there yet, but they're working their way. They recently gained Ragusa. Duke was under attack by the Prince of Bulgaria. He is the heir to Belgrade, Skopje, Niš, and more. We know that, well, at least Bulgaria won't attack Rashka. They're too sinful. Whereas they could expand bit by bit if it's through by vassals such as this count who serves under Epirus. And we know there's this big liberty war going on, and they are vastly superior compared to ours. But now, back here in Bosnia, and by the way, the Croats are winning. Oh, and also another thing. Back up. In this second episode, one of the mods that I use. What do you mean one of the mods? It's the only mod you use. The Flavor Community Pack. Before I started recording, I had to change my hairstyle back to normal. And I don't know if I always had that beard. But I do know that my liege has longer hair now. So that means, well, yep, everybody's changed. We assume. Because not everybody looked the same as I remember. You can't, that means the council. Ah, well, you're champion, and plus our faith allows the clergy to take up arms, and you lost an eye just like me. So some of these guys looked different than what it was. They're great. They're all my champions, except for Spymaster and the Steward. Including this man that we recruited fresh out of the prison. He'll get better. We hope. Because he's going to be, if once he gets over his wounds, he will be the best fighter out of all the champions here. Now, what is our priority in this episode? So, here's what we know. Mutamir is 45 and single. I get the reference. Anyways, his sons are Slavic Pagan now. I guess he demanded the conversion. Or they must have converted their own, because I feared that they would become Orthodox Christians. Like I had this plan where, in case an Orthodox ruler takes over Rashka, I will subsequently turn Christian to avoid persecution. Even though I have plans to defect by fighting a war of independence in Rashka and then join Croatia. Because Bosnia is the major part of Croatia, the kingdom of it, if it ever exists. We know Iliko is going to be the heir to the Banate of Croatia, but who's the heir to the Banate of Bosnia? Nobody. Nobody, huh? There we go. Province. So we own half of Bosnia, but the other half is separated by two Croatian majority countries. So we need to expand it to Donja Kraj, is that? And then Vrbas and Krajina. And not to mention down to the southern areas of Zaghumie. Well, meanwhile, we're in a resting period to get our levies back up to size. Five, which again, I mean, her opinion of me is good, but just plain old romance? No, she's too paranoid for that. What if I just sway her instead? I mean, at least give it a shot. I mean, if you could sway her at least once, then you have a better chance at seducing her. So we can have a little bit more children, because, you know, having more children ups the bit of renown. It may not be much, but do whatever it takes. Write an epic or two for our future generations. Know that Croatia is busy with their little war. But the question is, can they take the area? Yes, they will. They have the willpower to do so. And at the same time, we're trying to get Bosnia back under our control. But the problem is, the peasant rabble, and it's going to rise up in Bosnia again in a couple of months' time. Skilled steward. My steward, Mayor Burbat, what are you from again? Travnik, has proven himself highly capable, especially in academic matters. There are some projects I would like to undertake in the county of Rama, Liege, with your blessing, of course. Well, that's another thing I was about to say. Besides, we're getting Bosnia back into control, even though it'll be lawless again. But also, we're trying to increase development in the county, which in actuality we're doing that to, reduce the construction time for the buildings. Because we are trying to construct a small hill fort, which it is said that it won't be finished till August, in 3 years. And our development growth, it was 5 earlier in the previous episode, now it's 6. Well, take the reins, Babat. I'll spend a bit of prestige for more development growth. What? Why? How? There is never a quiet moment. My son and heir Vladislav is so full of questions. I do my best to encourage his curiosity, but sometimes I cannot help but get exhausted by the constant stream of thoughts and queries. Well, he's curious now. It's either for diplomacy or for learning. When a mother and a father love each other very much. Curious man, and look, we know he's handsome, but I think he's leaning more towards diplomacy. They get beaten again. What are you doing in my land? Found in Slavonia? Crusader. They're none of our business. Although we could intervene and defeat the Croats easily. And we have enough levies to do it. Led by Ban Domagoj. His fighters aren't that good. We could definitely defeat them. He's got no men at arms, does he? No, he does not. Should we help him? I mean, we have the money to to fight a war against the Croats, then drive them out. And then after we're done with them, then we're going to raid them. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Now, what do I get in return? And plus, you know how we got this one Croatian man to convert to Slavic paganism during the last war against the Slavonians? When our Serbian liege wanted Vukovar, and we got that. Well, maybe it's a chance to capture... Oh, actually, no. No. I'll tell you why not. Look at the fighters. They're knights. They're all bad, but fortunately they're all landed. So we could definitely get them for ransom. More money making opportunities. Alright, I'll join your war. It means more glory for us. For Bosnia. For Zahumir. Let's go. Pay very little in income. Let's help them out. We can definitely defeat them here. I have more disadvantage than he does. We can capture at least one of the landed characters who are knights, then we're good. No, sir. But it'll do good for the fame and the devotion. Now they're on the retreat, and we'll have to take over their territories. So yeah, we're saving Zahumir. I mean, visiting Vassal isn't going to bother them. But the Greeks may get the Greeks at Dalmatia may get ambitious. And who knows, maybe Pagania wants in on the action too. But taking at least one of their territories will do us fine, but the problem is we ain't got no siege weapons. So instead we're gonna proceed, beat the holy heck out of them. vengeance. But as long as they hold the objective, good. I think I know where they're going. Thank you very much. Known for my dedication and faith, I am faithful. No, he is my heir. I will not raise him to be Serbian. And that's not the main reason why I said we're going to leave this country one day when the opportunity presents itself. He doesn't have enough money for mercenaries to hire. But see to if you can wound Domagoj and capture him, and we'll win the war together. No prisoners. I don't know where do you think you're going. Don't overstay your welcome. We assume they're going down there. They raised a new force. The army of Bag, that's in this area. I don't think they're mercenaries. Nope, they got bowmen. A Bosnian Christian. Not good. Help them. And they raised a mercenary band. Bitter Winter Band. That is a Bosnian mercenary band. These two would do if we can capture them. You've wasted your investment. We're in this together. Alright, impregnate my wife. Didn't need this. I was about to say my army's caught in that. Is it? We're barely beating them. Failed to sway her. Try again. I just like to have more children. It's for the legacy. We're probably going to be heading to Zahumia. Well, you wasted your little investment on these mercenaries. Also, Visoki is dead. Died from his wounds from a battle. Which one? Was it this battle? No. I think it was this one. There's no events here, but I guess he must have wounded on a much earlier battle. Well, what's the line of success for Croatia? Like in case, you know, he dies. Or he dies in battle, well, he's been wounded and he's gout-ridden. Well, you either get yourself a... It'll probably go to him. We never know. I think we done messed up Croatia under succession. Head down to Prozor, reinforce and rearm, then help out with the Zahumia situation. Mutamir has declared war against Count Pavel. now he wants to expand onto Zahumia. Well, you have the advantage, my liege, but I'm helping out our comrade here. So, I will not oppose you. But we're here to keep the Croats out. Take on any of them. Preferably the army of Domagoj. We got him. That'll stop the Croats, and I will get a little bit of fame for it, while we will go home and will soon be raiding, just as we promised. But I'm not going to be defending Zahumia. Sorry, that's my liege. I doubt you're going to use that money in the hire mercenaries, so... It's the fort level 2. Would that be a little too much land for you to hold? Actually, it's never too much. Look at this stewardship. Midas touched, architect, duty focus. Holding more land isn't enough for old Mutamir. Maybe perhaps we should assist him. I mean, we've got to help out the siege and speed it up before other countries take advantage of this. Oh, there's one problem. Greeks of Dalmatia have joined the Byzantine Empire. They've agreed to get together, which could mean a potential launching pad into Serbia, in that region. Well, they're still busy with their civil war. So, yeah, we'll help out. He will become my friend. And so we are. So we are. Let's go get Count Pavel. We'll likely capture him and win the thing. We don't have to siege it down, hopefully. Nope. Let's bring it down together. It'll take us 7 months, but just hope for good rolls. And then we'll rest up. I don't suppose we have a man who knows siege warfare. No, we don't. Anyways, take over. Because I need to be in court. Because I'm trying to sway my wife here. At least a bit. Which, by the way, she's pregnant with a child. Sappers. That's since we only have spearmen, this will add a little bit more to the siege progress. And in 3 years' time, I will be the strategist. And I guess I'll probably be an overseer because of this whole control thing. Because peasant revolt's coming soon. Not yet, at least. Another son. Another handsome son. Not Peter. Although I did see a Slavic name earlier of a Bosnian origin. Ninoslav, yeah. By the way, that little hairstyle you see there? That is from that mod, so... Let me... No, not headwear. It's here somewhere. Yes. That's Rus warrior hair strand. That's what Russian pagans looked like in back then. A Russian pagan would tell you, or a Russian would tell you, it's like, if people ask questions like, why did you have a hair strand like that? And they say, it came from a time when men wrestled bear. And now we Bosnians acknowledge that. They have full control now. That was a last-ditch effort. Men-at-arms besieging soldiers. Alright, good. Now you got it in control. Now organize levies. Get those reinforcements up. However, the Croatian man we brought in has a better marshal, so we're switching. You know you are against me, but this is why I said we cannot deny your talent. You'll definitely get them reinforced faster. So we'll be ready for raids and subsequent peasant revolt. Zahumia is yours. We're going home. In fact, we're going home right now. It's only a couple of days. Don't you worry. Not working. Got our level of fame because we were there. We helped you on the siege. Zahumia is yours. Perhaps Pagania is going to be next. Unless we can beat him to it. I mean, what good would that be? I can't hold that much land. I mean, if we get it before the Greeks do, then it'll be good. But we'll be raising our levies in a hurry. Very soon. While we further encourage more development here for the next couple of years. Now let's use that money to invite more champions. And by the way, every time when that decision comes up, I mean, we got a few good fighters, but we can afford a few more. Even though our realm priests shouldn't really be out on the front line like that. Give at least a better steward? No. The Trepamirovich has taken over. Alright. Now you can use that as a launch pad to start a war against Croatia, but unfortunately they are investing in more, well, they still got mercenaries, but more of the men-at-arms. So, oh my goodness, both of them are dead. Also died from his wounds at previous battle. So, he has no heir, and it will go to this man, who is a military man. Then there's this other man. It ain't good to be king of Bosnia, Croatia. We really done messed them up. And he became rakish. So, may I highly suggest my liege take Pagania. I don't want to get it for myself, otherwise it'll be... No, not possible. Because we cannot create the Bosnia of Bosnia unless we are independent. But you haven't failed us yet. But we're friends now, and you're not. But it is not out of the question to go to war against Byzantium as Finland controls war targets. Right. Let's wait a couple months. Ilya, the Seb. Cowardly. How much? 20. Fair price. Yeah, be careful when raiding Croatia. I guess we'll take a big old risk and raid the Dalmatian areas. Raid them while they're not looking. Well, they're actually willing to defend themselves. $19 till. Kulin, Bosnian, athletic, Reaver. Well, you know, you're not good at your job, but you'll do at fighting. And we'll be expecting one more soon. Not done yet. I didn't know we had a prisoner, but we can get a little bit of money back. He's not good to me. Yeah, you can have him. At a price. Still can't swear. Course, no, friend. Well, alright, here's the last one. Another Bosnian fighter. Cautious leader, the opposite of reckless me. You pay much more. We have assembled a very good band of champions, a squad of champions. Now we're ready to raid. Starting in December. Let's go. Where do we raid is the real question. Croatia still has its mercenaries. Zantim's about to wrap up in this sort of thing, but I'm a bit rather intimidated. There's always Pagania. Promoria. Which, what does it have? 3 holdings. 17, 9, 6. Oh, for starters. There's always Slavonia, which they're weaker than ever, thanks to those tribals up there. Doesn't have much loot. Except maybe the capital, but they ruined the area. Not pregnant. Well, I'm risking it. Raise it all. Raid there. Well, actually, which one's got the most of the loot down there? It'll be any given time now. Hey. Colin, you're a Reaver. Get this done faster. Says you can raid faster. Do it while Byzantium's not looking. But they'll be bringing up for their forces soon. Oh, let me take him in. Do what we can. Perhaps we should save our money to spend it on a new men-at-arms regiment. Perhaps bowmen. Oh. You know they're going to be coming up here. Go raid somewhere else then. Don't raid Croatia, they still have mercenaries active. Vodichevo. It's got attrition, unfortunately. Vodichevo. Okay, we'll raid all of Slavonia then. See, they were there. What did I tell you? Oh God, get away from there. Quick. Just drop the loop off and go. Yeah, you just run. I know you're not allowed to loot your own liege, but still, just run. Okay, we could stand down here. Look at all these knights that he has. The best that the Empire's got to offer. Yeah, he ain't happy. We can raise it again. Starting here. Now, original plan. Finally got our small hill fort now, which adds more defender advantage, fort level, and garrison. Ready to defend. Alright, finally swayed her. Still at a childbearing age, so getting at 100%. Now to go seduce her. Well, at least I tried. There's not much loot here, but the footage of our one is at its best. Don't forget about the peasant revolt. That's in 2 months. Well, you better step up. Go for the jackpot, then get out. Okay, let's switch. Make them go faster. Then, once you arrive, it says 26 days left. At, when we bring the God's damned Reaver, which says raid speed faster. It was 26 days now. It's still 26 days. Okay, no matter. But you get the idea. I need to be in court while I seduce my wife. something unusual. Anyone can buy a token of affection, big or small. I want to impress Mattia. Should I send her something truly special? She's a fearless zealot who's paranoid. I once did a rose thing, and do that again. Yep, got it. Budding interest. So now it's a 50-50 chance. Okay, now we must return. We have to end this little expedition prematurely. Because there's about to be a peasant revolt again. Basta. Prison. Prison. It's just only in Bosnia. We had this under control, but now Andrea. Evil antagonist. Good fighter, I must admit. He'll put up a fight. It's just only this county and that county alone. It didn't knock down our control, but certainly did for this one. Yeah. I'll take care of him real quick. He had more advantage than I, but it ain't enough. Now, he will always hate me forever, but standard procedure. Actually, I gained piety. I wanted originally to spend it, but I didn't read that correctly, so... Gain piety for killing a known criminal, and plus infidel. That'll show him a lesson once more. Plus that fervor is very high of the Krstjani faith compared to ours. Well, unfortunately you're gonna have to put this in control, which it'll take 2 years, which is good. Since we have better skilled, competent... Actually, let me check that, since we had newer champions. No, you're the best. And now we got all this money, and we still make a pretty good income, and lose very little money during war. They got pikemen, they got bowmen. So based on the realities of warfare, so we've had, you know, ones that specialize in mountain warfare are the pikemen. They got bowmen, which no doubt we can help with screening. They only fight well in forests, but they do fight well in hills, so bowmen it is. And what is this Coney thing compared to light horsemen? Light horseman is 22, 19, 36, 30. Coney, 25. The defense is the same, but they do much faster pursuit, but not as good in the screening. And the difference of that is the light horsemen do well in plains and drylands. Here, plains, drylands, 15. And also they're slightly more expensive. Bowman it is. So just give me one. We could increase it again, but yeah, you know what that monthly maintenance is going to be like when we wage a full war. but just let him increase for now. Now I am a strategist. What that means is diplomacy +1, martial +3, more enemy fatal casualties, and can cross water without advantage penalties, such as crossing these rivers, which is a common sight around here. I'll stay on the strategy, unless you want faster control growth. But then again, there's chivalry, which if I want these perks, which can make our champions fight better, and have more to the advantage since I have a habit of leading troops. You know, just go for chivalry. Martial will be reduced, but attraction up. Attraction? Well, actually, no. She's bisexual, so she's, you know. Just stay here for a bit, for about 4 months. You need to, The terror from Visoki. For years I've swept out on devastating raids, bringing the full fury of Rod to the trembling world. For surely if he disapproved, he would have struck me down by now. Instead, my household sleep around the stolen fineries of foreign rulers, exotic slaves, oh my god. Truly, noble and peasant alike quail at my approach. My parents silent crying children with the threat that I'll visit. Ha! Let them weep in my name. I'm a raider. That's my reputation. Branimir is the well-known plunderer of foreign settlements. After all, he is the last of a dying breed. Descendant of Vladislav the Merciless. So yeah, I got my martial skill back up. Now I have more prowess to defend myself. And a little bit more prestige. An hour reading in Visoki. The celebrations come to an end and the evening's entertainment seem to be over. Countess Matea suggests reading. A cloak soon arrives, wondering what the guests would like to hear. And I see my chance to impress Matea. She's zealous, so something pious. The clerk reads for us. She seems completely engrossed. She reports, "Good choice, Branimir," she says and puffs her chest. It was great, wasn't it? Soldering chemistry. There you go. It's working. Although we failed the first time, because it happened on the 30% on failures. Hope we won't fail this one this time. I just want to lay with my wife, use your words, Moisa, so I can have another child. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to Matea when she interrupts me. Let me do something about her husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Well, let me see what's lacking in skill. He's Spy Master. That's mine. Your intrigue is fine. It's you that needs more work. Study martial for 15 years. Come on, get your control together. Get it done faster. I know he didn't like that. We'll wait for the bowman to be finished, and then we'll go raiding again. My beloved wife, The servants have been all sent away, and our bed's been decorated with roses, as Countess Matea enters our chambers, and she smiles boldly and joins her without any hesitation. With the help of hands, mouths, and limbs, we affirm the devotion we swore before Rod, perhaps in a more carnal fashion than we attended. Okay, we got her. I mean, it doesn't matter what you pick, after all, she's just my wife who's, well, she knows a little bit of intrigue, but I wanted her just for the stewardship. And it doesn't matter if you're into women. All that matters is that we're husband and wife. And I do truly like you. As we are not in marriage, now we are united in heart. So she is my lover. So there you have it. Make preparations for the next raid. Don't know about Croatia, because they got bowmen and pikemen. Can't raid Byzantium anymore because they're going to be up ahead unless they're at war. They haven't been bothered. And they got good loot. So let's go for it. Oh dear. West Francia got Italy. And now there's someone else that wants Italy. But perhaps he's going to keep it all. What's up with him in the tyranny? He's been doing a lot of tyranny. They're ready. Ready to raid. Let's go and let's get it. From Moria to there. And remember, do not raid Byzantium unless they're at war with somebody. And it will have a lot of advantage for the loot of the Dalmatian coast. Fire and blood. The settlement of Var, an important stronghold in Greater Pomoria, has fallen to my raiders. We have run vast tracts of land and made it with the quivering subjects and shining treasures of Count Miroslav to choose from. Troops stand ready, awaiting my command to give them direction. You know, typically we would just get the money, but our income's rather good, and we're still working on the increasing development. I want to get it up to at least 10 development. So that way we could at least have the roughly amount of development like Dalmatia has. Or perhaps in areas like Italy. We want to keep up with the development. So, captured skilled slaves for Visoki. So development progress will increase by 40. Big jump. Should do that more often. Every time we do it in a barony, that's when you be given that chance. So we're encouraging development, and now we're going to do it by different means. More development means more taxes and more levies. made another alliance, but that's just to prevent a revolt. We never finished raiding that area, you know? I mean, we got the big ones, just never gone to Zagreb and just so that'll be 16 total. Let's go. It's a long way. I honestly hope you take Pagania for yourself. There's room for you. Friend, comrade. But remember, when something terrible happens to this realm, we have to leave it and join Croatia. Put the loot back in for safekeeping. And what do we do with that money? They say we can upgrade this, but we're a little short on it. The reason why we're going up there. There's that area. That's the only holding there. Should get that too. Or perhaps the capital even. But then again, they're tribal. They probably won't offer much. Now, get more slaves. Oh, we don't need the money right now. We need to put them to work. We just encourage more development here. Now to the city, then we'll head to Krapina. Oh no, it's got 15. There is something in that capital. Polish Slovens, uprising. Oh, they're assisting their ally. Yeah, get them while they're not looking. More. Trouble holding. 3, 2. Well, they're all up there, so. We'll go as far as we dare. Like, we'll go for this, then raid this, then come back. Rather tempting because they all got similar. The development is, you know, not what they are, but we'll take what we can get. But don't stay here for too long. Oh, I guess we'll take the plunder. Begin the work. From hunters' lodges to hound pens. Add a bit of pursuit. Adds a little bit more levies, defender advantage, and monthly tax. Alright, one more, then we're gonna get out of here. Because this attrition is gonna kill us, even while we come back. What's going on? Serbia, you have allied with the Mogia Confederation. Consider them hostile. Oh, you're allowed to make alliances with hostile pagans. Ah, I see. Good choice. Rather intimidating to me because, well, a chance for independence seems unlikely now, but a good backup for against Bulgarian incursions. Good choice on the marriage. More plunder. How long is it till we get it up? 3 years. Again, I will keep it up until 10. Make it look like, well, at least Bosnia is developing. We're not as, primitive as some people think. Okay, one more. 2 more. You're getting greedy. You're getting greedy, you barbarian. We shouldn't stay here anymore. Get out! Out! Oh crap. Raiders beating raiders. This is a bad move. They say we'd probably win here, but probably not. Oh, down, down, down. Ticket 58. Took all of our money. We got too greedy. But we actually got some in return. Now it's going to take a while to recover. Well, more time in the courts for me. I got greedy. Also, what? Well, they were in my territory. But they didn't actually raid the place. You crazy Norentine. Dread or prowess? I am 41 years old and got her pregnant. Alright, another child coming up. We want more control, so go for that. And then take a little bit of the other. Now it's going to take a while to get everything recovered. Kind of makes me wonder if they'll have a chance to fight against the Abbasids. That'll keep them busy. Or even perhaps Khazaria. With certainty. I took Vladislav out playing with the bow, and to my surprise he ran into a wounded doe. Had he not hesitated the slightest to bring him down. You know what? And you're into learning. Greatness awaits you, Vladislav. So we get everything up again. Oh, they did finally. He finally had a child. 2 daughters for now. Good to know. Well, we can't get rid of him. His intrigue's too high. It's kind of too bad that these two are in this together. So it's highly unlikely we'll become independent. But they will remain pagans. But if anything threatens Bosnia, well then we'll figure out how to get out of this country and join Croatia. That's what I had in mind. Good to know. Get these up in no time. Yet another son. Miroslav. That's a Slavic name. Fine one. Well, this means Vladislav gets Rama, Branimir gets Bosnia, Ninoslav gets Osira, and Miroslav Soli. Unfortunately, whenever I pass, there's going to be a quarrel between the sons. And if there's going to be one that's going to come out on top, it'll be him. He's more into learning. He's got his diplomacy. It's good enough for me. Oh, I know what to do. Like a way to get him off our back, and that is perhaps conquering Pagania sounds like a good idea after all. It's still part of... We know it's part of Croatia, but it connects to Rashka. But that's only if I had more domain holdings. Branimir seems to have been having a difficult time at our latest feast. He sneaked out early and was not seen for the entire rest of the evening. Impatient, shy, or gluttonous. If you have better things to do, do those instead. He's going to be more into stewardship. Found pens constructed. What is Travnik building? Guild halls. Is being attacked by Byzantine Empire. It's for the claim on Zahumia. Pushing this man's claim. Which is unpressed claim. Is that so? Well, we can't murder him, because... Well... I mean, you're gonna need agents for that. And my intrigue isn't the best. No. Oh, my wife maybe can help me out, but that would knock down the... Oh, choices, choices. And that is the reason why we need to get out of this country. While Byzantium attacks, and the Magyars will join, and they'll be handling against, well, the big boys. I think our opportunity for independence may come earlier than expected. There's going to be no peasant revolt in the future. But we must join Croatia. For one thing, they're Christians, and the local Krstjani faith isn't going away soon because we chose not to oppress them, except in peasant revolts. The Byzantine Empire is going to be coming closer and closer to Bosnia, and we don't want that to happen, especially when we're Slavic pagans. So now our case for independence is stronger. And if we want this done faster, get a few of these. So be prepared. 5 months. Giving you 5 months. Five months, then declare independence from Serbia. Rashka. I mean, we can't do that against a friend, but you can just outright declare war for it, even though you are risking fighting against these ones. So, I think it's best to start making allies, if there's any. I mean, unfortunately, since we're Slavic pagans, the best bet is up there. Or even them. Like, okay, who calls first? And join on their side, too. Efficient taxation. Gained 50. Okay, good. Money for the war effort. That's needed. Because I would hate to have seen a split Bosnia without, under, as I said, Croatian protection, and we will, come. Why don't we convert to Krstjani now, and then, ally with the Croats, despite our differences? Yeah, I got an idea. Anyways, there was a commotion among the children today. Liliana was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became a target of a small fight. Vladislav was furious that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on the behalf of Dazbov, and chased away the other children. You will serve the divine well, child. You need a little bit of martial. Take it from me. They've landed and they're going for Zahumia. Our intentions are clear now. So on the 1st of May, we have declared that we, Bosnians, even though the Krstjani faith has not been spreading, but we've decided to convert to this faith. It's okay if you don't have to convert, but my close family will convert, even the one who is zealous. It doesn't cost much piety, which we've been saving up for, thanks to our faithful priest, which he will be going away now. And then, as well as all these victories when we fought against our fellow Christians, and although they'll be forgiven for their trespasses. But this is a political move for the survival as the Bosnian people. So now we shall be Krstjani. The days of raiding are no more. We've developed this land well. And we actually had a slight increase of taxation. Our new suffragan bishop, Batalo. 10, average, okay. So, we are Krstjani now. So it's the wife and all the children. And I'm sure friend isn't happy with me. With this conversion. And with that, he could potentially, provoke me. So we're in the need for friends. And we look to a closer traditional ally, Croatia. Even though we had our differences, and the fact that I'm a sinner, and of course the faith is astray. But I'm gonna need an alliance. No? Matrilineal? Still no. Is marrying down, you say. But he does desire an alliance. Okay, what about your other daughter? Maybe a higher opinion would help him. I can't send him a gift. I mean, we can't just say that we're all on our own. Otherwise, that would be very, very bad. How about you? Then again, he's got no sons. So. How about this offer? Will not accept? Will not accept. Because it's marrying down. Okay. That's gonna be problematic. Ah, yes. Actually, you should go for intrigue. And I hope I know somebody that knows everything about intrigue. Fortunately, the best one is my mother. You raise her. Now, Ninoslav, who is a rowdy one, but he's more into martial, so give it to him. Yeah. Okay. Again, it's a political move. They won't accept alliances because I'm a count. But in actuality, we want to break away from Rashka. But we fear an even greater enemy up there. I don't think they'll accept this one. No, sir. They're mainly concerned about marrying down. And no, we don't see each other eye to eye because of recent raids. And I apologize for that. Already betrothed. This probably won't work on this one either. It might. Nope. Well, at least, do you have at least one of your sons? I was about to, what kind of succession are you running there? It says male preference, but that's a male. Why isn't he? Oh, bastard. Okay. So they're all daughters then. Great. But he is intimidated by me a little. Do you think I may have perhaps created a mistake? They will never accept an alliance with me because all this considered marrying down. So we're just going to be on our own then? To fight against... Well, I think he's probably too busy. Even if I were to ask him to, just to modify a little feudal contract and just say, you know, religious rights protected, but could increase taxes to him or levy contribution, which isn't very much. Yeah, I think that'll be the best move. So we don't have to go to war over it. So, yeah. So, 215. Total... Oh, okay. 2 months. 3 months. Okay. So, this is where we're modifying the contract. You are not to, tell me to go back to being a pagan. And, mage cannot use to convert faith in county. Okay, that's a bit too much. So, yes. We'll give them more taxes. So we'll just have to wait for independence a little bit longer. We can't start up a faction against him unless he was my rival, instead of a friend. But we'll make a good profit for the time being. While we watch the Byzantine Empire devastate our liege's land. Hungarians will come. Wallachia has become independent, but that's due to succession. They wanted a whole high chiefdom and they got it. And we ought to get rid of her, but just wait till she comes to court due to the fact that it's hostile. Just don't come to Bosnia, alright? Can't do him, but don't yet cry. No, she's not gonna go back to being Slavic. We're not gonna go back to being Slavic pagans. Oh, hell. They'll ruin everything. Why are you starring yourselves out? Fortunately, our garrison will hold. Unless they put their combined forces here. If this is what you're going to be dealing with if you mess with the Byzantine Empire. This huge force, plus their allies. Which they didn't even need to bring along since their entire force. Well, they're going to be coming in. And knowing them, they're going to get overwhelmed. So this could be our chance. They're just going to try to sneak their way to there. But the moment they attack... Oh! They're thinking about it. My one and only. Mateo holds me in her arms. I feel a solemn happiness. Just imagine this could last forever. She could be forever mine, and mine only. Let us promise to never love another. So she's no longer my lover, but my soulmate. Take up this one, boy. Now, gotta get the other. A man's home. So, yeah, I need a little bit more defender advantage. They're probably going to attempt to go and retake the objective. And that will destroy the Hungarian army. And that's when we should have our advantage to break out for independence. Chasing them down now. But a smaller force could get away easier. Okay, how many years? 7 more years, then we'll stop the Christian development. The challenge! I'm sparring with one of my soldiers, sweating on my forehead, when I experience the uncanny sensation of being watched. Looking over my shoulder, I spot my knight, who waves at me. I walk over to greet him. We talk about our weapon practice for a while, trading tricks and advice. Just as I'm about to leave for another round, his face lights up and suggests we practice together. 50-50. Challenge accepted. Your prowess is 18, me 18. We're evenly skilled. Also, before we talk about the results, my lady, my lord and my lady's contagious. Be wary. My core position, however, holds me back. The diseased body of a commoner, skin marred by rashes and bumps, rests upon the table. Anyone who comes into contact with the corpse risks infection, and I was planning on an outing that will take me close to bar. The holding of Count Miroslav of Pomoria. Just some old damn fool, so... Oh, launch it towards bar. You know I'm a raffle person. A spear at my throat. The sound of spears. We're sparring with spears? That's dangerous. The sound of the spear clashing against spear echoes between the courtyard walls. Our eyes are on us, and everyone wants to see their count fighting his knight. I must be tired from my previous practice because I move sluggishly, unable to keep up with my opponent. When I lunge, he's already gone, and my parries come at the last moment. It's not long before I find myself on the ground before him. Oh. Do I need to do that? But regardless, I'll gain a pretty much of a... He's a brave knight. I'll give him that. But I'll just say, only cowards surrender. Public critic. I made a desperate last attack, but he's quick. He parries instinctively. As my attack was unexpected, it was not full contact with his weapon. Paralyzing pain seems through my arm. Why did I do that? But I've gained my 50 martial lifestyle experience anyhow. Don't try this at home, kids. Give some advice. Well, they're going to be busy with other affairs, since they made other alliances. So that'll beat him up. His strength is considered superior, plus the contributions from my levies to him. But remember, you're part of the plan. Wait until the time is right to become independent. When you rise up against a weakened enemy. And there they come. And we're saving this money in case we need mercenaries. Which will be the first and only time. They're just looking to regain supplies. Oh, don't even think about it. They're gonna beat the holy heck out of them. That's it for them. So, Zahumia now belongs to Byzantine Empire. Well, joining Byzantium would be... I don't know if that would be a better idea, or joining Croatia, so that way Kingdom of Croatia can potentially exist if it goes up to Slavonia, and help them out on the creation of the Kingdom Tunnel, and then give me the Banate of Bosnia. It would be the best bet. I mean, they ain't gonna swear fealty to Byzantine Empire if they wanted it to. Well, whatever helps them to give them more land, I say. All I can say is, man, they really lost it. And nobody wants to make alliances with me. Not even Croatia. So look at it one more time. Not even Machelina will be convinced. Yeah, we alienated everybody. How about a daughter of mine? Of course not. Nobody wants to be married down. I just prefer to get up when they would much prefer to get up in their level. So just think of one of the counties then, at least. A powerful count that we can rely on. Oh, sorry about that, Well, there's him. You're actually more powerful. No choice but to compromise. Really? Well, if he can, get him to like me more, it'll be grand. But, guess we have no choice but to fight for independence now. I mean, they've lost it. We haven't. But unless we can win one battle and capture him, he could pass soon. The marriage isn't official, so that way we can potentially kill him. To break up this, alliance. By the way, how old is she? 15? Oh, just wait a few months. I think, once she comes to court, then we'll likely get rid of her here. Just wait one. She's 16. Marriage is official and she has come here. Now, anybody want to get rid of her? No? Well, it didn't matter if you got the plot started or not. We just don't want to give these bastards a rest. Well, you got your land. no counts under him. How much is... Oh, they're gonna get Moria too. If they're definitely connecting the land. Yeah, the further up you go, it's almost no choice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll have to end that episode there. I think, you know, if there's any way, any plan that, you know, contribute or help with fighting for independence for Bosnia. But I think it would be very hard, one, due to the fact that I'm not very well liked because I'm a sinner due to being lustful. Which, well, what are you going to do about it? At least he endorses me barely. And I still got my fighting knights, most of which are still Slavic pagans. But in the next episode, for episode 3 of Bosnia, we have no choice but to fight for our independence. We've become Christians, but we need to get out of Rashka and join either Croatia or Byzantine Empire. All that and more in the next episode of Bosnia. Until then, so long for now.